Are you guys for real?
200 subscribers! 200 subscribers! Oh my gosh, my headphones! They're plugged! There we go. I cannot believe this. 200! I didn't even make a 100 because y'all hit 150 too quickly for me to make a 100. And now here we are, 200. Oh my goodness. And I got a video up right now on this channel. 50,000 views. 50,000 views. And it's got like 62 comments. Oh my gosh. And the channel's TikTok is doing really great. Really great. Oh man, everything's going really, really well. My fellow rogues, it is the paradise that we are creating is coming along very, very nicely. So we just gotta keep at it. We just gotta keep at it. And on that note, howdy folks, I am your host, the Roguestar K17, and I am back bringing y'all some more Dark Souls 2. And I'm happy about it because I genuinely enjoy playing this game. Although, I'm coming back with another wildly inconsistent upload. I do apologize about that, but you know, when have I ever been consistent? So, I feel like you guys should kind of expect it at this point. If you were expecting me to upload on time, you're probably just expecting disappointment. I shouldn't say that, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, anywho, when we last left off, we had cleared out a few areas, and I think we were waiting to be able to take on the Pursuer. There were a bunch of traps that were supposed to hurt us, I guess, but we used them to our advantage. And now there's something that I came back to Majula because I had missed out on it. So, there was an item I meant to get, but I did not get. So, I do apologize for that. Okay, so there's no light there. Remember, there's no light right there. Also, these walls make me think that this used to be an indoor entrance, not an outdoor entrance. But anywho, you want to come up here, and here we have a covenant called the Champions Covenant. Now, listen closely. Do not join this covenant if it's your first time playing. Now, I highly doubt it's your first time playing because this game is really old, and I wish I could have been one of the first people to play it, and I could have been one of the guys that gave you all the tips and tricks at the time that it was useful, but I'm not. But if and somehow you haven't played the game yet, don't join this covenant because it makes all the enemies tougher. There are some benefits to it though. And we get 5 homeward bones, which teleport us back to Bonfire, so those are very useful, especially early game. But as I showed you in the last episode how the ogre stopped spawning because I had killed it a certain amount of times, enemies do only spawn a limited amount of times in Dark Souls 2. So that covenant makes them spawn infinitely, as well as them being stronger. So if there's a certain item you need, or you're farming them for souls, that covenant is very useful. Also, there are rewards for defeating certain enemies at certain points, but to me, it's not all that fruitful. Yeah, alright. Now, I believe it is time for us to go back to the area we were in. There are some more places for us to clear out. I think there were some more things I wanted to go over, though. Yes, we got the life ring in the last episode, and there's a covenant we can join with the guy that's up there that gives us something that's basically the equivalent of the life ring, but we can get it earlier, although it's not that useful. Oh, and yeah, I got the Great Soul Arrow. So I killed the ogre a certain amount of times. I think I showed that in the last episode, although I may not have. But in any case, I killed the ogre in the that area by the river until it didn't spawn anymore, and now I have the Great Soul Arrow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I showed that in the last episode, or maybe I did that after the episode ended, because I said earlier that I showed off in the last episode that the enemies out there didn't spawn anymore. I'm pretty sure I did. I can't remember now. In any case, I have the Great Soul Arrow now, because I upgraded my attunement and my intelligence until I could... Yeah. Actually, no, it was multiplayer I did until I had enough stats to equip this spell. Yeah, and I got the leather shield, I got the fire longsword, I can one-hand it, I got this cool helmet, and I am ready to get back into the action. So I think that just about wraps up our intro, and I don't want to waste another second, so let's fire off right into some more Dark Souls 2. Ayo! My boy came through! I don't know who this is, but I'm happy he's here. What's good, my boy? It's good to see ya. Alright. A bow. Now let's do this. Yep. You with me, my man? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Alright. Come on, buddy. We got the power of teamwork with us. Let's do this! Oh, shit. Ah! Alright, now this is the Pursuer. And now that I've finally got a buddy with me... Ugh, I can take him on. I usually don't take him on by myself. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, now that blue, when his sword turns blue, you want to avoid that. When his sword turns blue, it will curse you, which basically makes you inhuman. So you'll have to use a human effigy. It's a real pain in the ass. Now I got Great Soul Arrow, so I'm kind of eating away at him while my boy just distracts him. Oh, we get the Soul of the Pursuer and the Ring of Blades. Oh, excuse you, sir. Yeah! Now it's time to collect all these items. See, they lure you up with these items, and then they trap you up here with the Pursuer. The Bastard Sword, I forget, you get that up, wait. No, we got that off of an enemy drop. Oh, we got the Bastard Sword. Probably won't be, oh, no, I can't pick this up, are you kidding me? That's cruel, that's messed up. Alright, come on, my boy. It's time to take on the main boss of this area. Yeah, it's time to get rid of him so that we can move on, because I want to awaken this character's true nature this episode. See, Samael's not going to be a pyromancer, but he will be something. And I still have yet to show what he's really made of in this timeline. So we're going to take on the last giant now. Oh, I didn't pick this up. Fire arrows. Yes. Useful things if you use them correctly. Alright. Just gotta be respectful, you know? Gotta be respectful, gotta bow and everything. Okay, now before we go forward, there's going to be a guy in that little divot right here. He already is aware of that. And this door is locked. We will get a key for that later on, and we will circle back because it's some useful stuff. Over here, there's Sellsword Luet. And then there's also Mild-Mannered Pate. If you talked to Pate earlier, you can summon him now, which I think I'm going to do. Can I summon, like, all of them? I think I can. Oh, I can! Awesome! Alrighty, boys! Here we go. Now check this out. That looks like the most painful escape I've ever seen. I didn't rest at the bonfire or anything. I don't have any spells to shoot at this guy. Oh no! That was not a good time to attack. Okay. I don't need any of that shit. Now, once he gets to half health, he's going to rip off his arm and use it as a weapon. While he's ripping off his arm, you have ample time to hit him, but he does take reduced damage while he does that, I believe. And then you just wail into him. He's not that tough, in reality. He's old and decrepit and very much injured at this point. He is the last giant. Giant King. You know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know, because you know. Alrighty, and we're going back up now. That basically finishes up this area. There is one more little spot, but I did that in multiplayer. I'll probably release a video of my multiplayer footage, because I did do some multiplayer that I just recorded off my PlayStation. There won't be any, like, of my talking audio on it, but I might post it anyways. And yeah, we will be coming back for this, because as you can see, there are some giant things down there. And we're going to want to get the items that spawn down there, because there's some useful stuff down there, for sure. But yes, for now, the mandatory part of this area is over. So it's time for us to move on and complete an area that will allow us access to our character's true nature. Alright, so I'm retarded, and I kind of forgot, like, an entire area of this part. Uh-oh. Come on, buddy. You think those little fire bombs phase me, buddy? They don't. They don't. So yeah, honestly, truth be told, excuse you, truth be told, the fire longsword is a bit of a trap. You see, they give it to you and you're like, ooh, yay, cool, a weapon that's imbued with fire, a fire sword, that's awesome. And you want to use it constantly, so you swing it around, swish, 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 and you hit one of these black barrels and you blow up. You blow up. Ah. Ooh. You don't like magic, do you? You also don't like thrust damage. So yeah, it kind of coaxes you into wanting to use the fire longsword for everything, and then it puts these black barrels everywhere, which will get you killed if you hit them with the fire longsword, because obviously a flame-imbued weapon will detonate any explosive material. So, you gotta be on the lookout for that. Excuse you, you should be dead by now. Hollow infantry armor, don't want any of that. Gotta go ahead and end this. So you remember how in Dark Souls 1 we could not, like, at all, aim a crossbow? Well, you can aim a crossbow in this game, which is nice because they gave you a sniper crossbow in the first game, but you couldn't aim it like this. You couldn't do this with it. Even if you two-handed it, you couldn't do this with it. It's nice that they let you do this with it now. Oh, God. There you go. Alright. Kill you. Yeah, I really don't care. Okay, there's a guy over there. He's dead. And there's this guy. Oh God, how can you mess that up? There we go. Alright, so that's as many people as we can take out beforehand, and now we're going to go through this area. Now this area I had forgotten about. Oh, somebody's shooting at me. Okay, well we'll deal with them when we come across it. I believe you can come up there, but that doesn't do you much good. So what I think you're supposed to do is you're supposed to drop down here. There's a ladder and whatnot, but there's also this narrow path where there's a gap. So you're gonna want to take care of this guy. Oop. Oop. Okay, we don't get to pick up anything that he dropped because he's gone. But now we're gonna climb up this ladder. I gotta hurry this up because I gotta beat a whole nother area with this guy. Because I have really got to get this character's true nature revealed. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty, boring playthrough. Alright, now, before I continue too much, well, actually, I'm going to... Yeah, go ahead and jump over here. So you're going to run off that roof and jump. Which is a lot harder to do in this game than it is in Elden Ring, because jumping is kind of a weirder thing in these games. You don't get to really do it, and wow, look out! Yeah, that'll murder you in one shot. You get a human effigy in case you died anyways. Yeah. But jumping is not the same in this game at all. You don't just press X and your character jumps. And jumping isn't like, it doesn't give you any vertical clearance, it really just gives you horizontal distance. So it's mainly meant to clear small gaps. There we go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? Well, when I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago, Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drang Lake. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait. No, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here. Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please.
So as he suggests, there is something dangerous in the mansions that you'll need to look out for, but he gave us a key to that mansion, so we can now get into the big house in Majula. Now this guy, as you can tell, is starting to lose it. He is forgetting why he came to Drangleic. He does not remember for what reason he is here. Because as we learned at the beginning of the game in that first cutscene, that people are drawn to Drangleic, and they will stand before its decrepit gates without really knowing why. Nobody knows why they come to this land. Everybody just ends up here someday. Well, not everybody, but the cursed. The cursed all end up here one day. So that's kind of just what happens, and none of us know really why we're here. Hollow Infantry Helm, and then the Amber Herb, which is right at the edge of this spot, but you do want to be careful because it's easy to walk off the edge right there. So yeah, this guy's over here. He's digging through the dirt or whatnot, I guess. I don't know. I guess he's making a map or something, but there's a lantern right there. It's a pretty cozy little spot. Pretty cozy little spot. Now we're going to go back down. And yeah, this is where the boulder went, I guess. Down this deep hole. Trap ahead. Death ahead. Liar ahead. Okay. Look carefully, recklessness. Okay. So those guys are telling the truth. Alright, now we go up here, and we'll be on this wall that we looked out on earlier when we were in the other area. You drop down right here, and you won't be able to get back because you can't jump or climb or anything like that. We shot this guy with arrows. Come over here, and we drop down onto the roof. Okay. Now what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to clear this little gap, and we're going to want to jump into the attic of this building. So line yourself up, make sure you're sprinting, and then hit L3, and you'll jump over, and you should land right over here. And you're just going to want to walk forward slowly. You're going to want to come down here. There is an enemy. Just kill him. And now you're in the bottom of the building that's in the middle of this area. That's plagued by empty bottoms. Yes, as you can see, there are like random endless pits that you'll die in. So from here, we'll want to go over here, and as you can see, there are two paths. You're going to want to go ahead and take this one first, because this is the one you'll be able to get back up. Now, as you can see, there's something on the other side of this wall. We will get to that later on in the game, but for now, we're just going to grab what's on this side of the wall, which is one Titanite shard, which is alright. I don't think there's anything else in this area, now that we've gotten all of that stuff. got the house key and everything. Yep. So now we're just going to want to go back up this ladder, and this is how you'll get back to the bonfire of this area. Going up this ladder and over here, and then bam. Now we just run back up these giant roots that are conveniently placed. Back through the hole that we blew in the wall, and now we will be going to the next area, finally. Because I gotta get my spells. Alrighty, now I do believe that some leveling up is much in need.
Is that a shard you found?
Oh.
Here, let me see it, so that I may help you to see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
She says that anytime you have a shard, so we're gonna go ahead and give her that. Estus Flask strengthened. Now, shards give you more Estus Flasks, so you get like 2 or 3 or 4. You get more of them when you get flasks. So you have an increased number of uses between bonfires, because they respawn every time you use bonfire. And also, before we level up, because I did say we were about to level up, but we're going to use this house key. So, on that note, we won't be staying in this little tent. I believe at the beginning of the game, I said something about how this would be my temporary place that I would be staying at. And it would be, because, you know, it's a cozy little tent. You got this little tray hanging up over here, you know, you got all your things like that. Or maybe even this place with the dead guy, and you'd have those boxes in the way. But now we will be staying in a luxurious place, much like the squatter was. Like the guy said how he was a squatter. First we're going to do this. You smack that stone, and this guy comes up, and you get an Estus Flask shard. So that's something you can get at the beginning of the game, but I usually don't bother with it because I prefer to have at least 3 before I have any. The house key. Alright, and now we're going to want to come in here. This is the first room you're going to want to come into. Go ahead and grab this item over here. Pharaoh's Lockstone. Useful for very specific things that you will need it for. And there's a bunch of books in this room, along with this one giant book. Look at that. Isn't that an impressive... isn't that an impressive thing? And then also there's these white books that have words on them. Now these are books that I believe they were somewhere in Dark Souls 1, and I think that I said something about it when I was playing Dark Souls 1. I was like, there's a book that's here somewhere and it's in Dark Souls 2, or I don't know. I'm pretty sure I said something about it, but I never did find exactly where it's at. Alright, now we're going to want to go ahead and go upstairs first. As you can see, it's pretty decrepit. There's holes in the ceiling. But over here you get this nice, really bright spot through a hole in the wall, which is, for some reason, very peaceful. Praise the sun. Yes, praise the sun. Oh, and there's a chest in here. You're going to want to go ahead and grab this. Titanite shard and torches. There's just a table with a bunch of chairs up here, which is kind of cozy, you know. I don't know what the people who lived here would be talking about, but you know, they're talking about something up here, congregating around the table. Now, there's also this balcony that you can step out onto, and if you didn't know that there was that item in the well, then when you come up here, if you were to be looking out here when you walk by, you would see that item down the well, even if you hadn't known that it was there for certain. You would see it, and then you'd be like, oh, there's an item down here. Let me drop down and see how I can get it. And you'd see the stone, you'd smack the stone, and the stone would fall, and you'd get the item, and so and so. Now, if you go over here, there are some evil little pigs. They're strong for absolutely no reason. They do drop the shards that allow you to invade other people. I forget what they're called, but you know, they drop those. Anywho, that's all we had. We needed to get from this area. So we got the stuff from up there. We got the things from that. So yeah, we will now get the extra Estus flask and level up because we've got boss souls now. Matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and use that because I don't want the item that it gives. Acquire numerous souls, or perhaps it says that because you can get an item with it, but I don't want the item you can get from the soul, so I'm just going to use the soul. And the soul of the pursuer, same dealio, but I don't want the item that it gives either of the items you get from it. You get this soul twice, so you can get both items, but I don't want either item, so I'm going to use both souls. And now, as you can see, we have considerably more souls than we had before.
Bearer of the curse.
Shut up.
Seek them, lest
Give me levels! Go ahead and give her that, so that we get more Estus Flask shards. Okay. And now we're gonna level up. Let's make our faith as high as our intelligence, and then everything else into attunement. There we go. Alright, now we got a lot of spells, but we're not stopping there because these aren't even the spells I want. See, I'm not a sorcerer. I don't want these magic spells. However, there is one more thing in this mansion I now realize I forgot. I went upstairs, but I did not go downstairs. So we're going to go downstairs. Now, this is the map that what's-his-name was talking about, Mr. Kale. Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Indeed. Now, he said that it was such an impressive map, and he had to confirm that this was, in fact, Drangleic, which is why he was out there on the landscape, was he wanted to make sure that this was what he thought it was. Now, every boss you beat, every main boss, it makes a little fire appear on the map. And once you beat all of them, you'll have all the fires lit. And then I believe once you do it in New Game Plus, a certain amount of times, the fire will turn blue. And then you can get all the fires in blue, and I forget what you accomplish in doing that. But I think something happens. I'm not sure. You'd have to look it up. I suggest watching LP Dark Souls HD because he talks about it. I believe he does talk about it. But you're going to want to go down here, and down here is what Mr. Kale was telling us about. The odd sounds he was hearing that he couldn't be certain about. The thing he wanted us to be careful of. There's a skelly bones down here. We'll make quick work of him, get a human effigy for our troubles. Also, another Estus Flask shard, which I usually don't get any of the Estus Flask shards until I can get this one, because then I'll grab this one and the one outside and have 3. Because 3 is a usable amount. 1 or 2 doesn't really make a difference, but when I have 3, I'll equip them and start using them. And then you'll want to go in here. There's a little area, a little doorway. Everything's kind of collapsed down here. Makes you kind of wonder what it used to look like, what it used to be like. But you come in here, there's a really cool chest. I believe it's the only one like this in the game. Open it up, and you'll get a nifty item. Soul Vessel. Very useful. Now, I believe originally it was some promotional thing when Scholar of the First Sin came out, or something like that, where that item would be something different every day for a week, or I don't remember, but there was something, and you could get a lot of cool items, and probably my favorite item, which was, of course, a favorite item of LP Dark Souls HD, because, I don't know, he made it look really cool the way he talked about it. The blue longsword. It was a longsword just like this, but the blade was blue. and it was really cool. And I wish I was on this game during that period in time and that I could have gotten the blue longsword. But basically the only way to get any of those things anymore is to trade them with a person that has them already. Because there are some people who still have accounts that were made at that time period and still have those weapons. Alright, now, I believe it's time for us to go to the new area. And no, we will not be bonfiring there. We will be going down here because this is where the new area is. Now look up at that little notch up there. There's nothing there. Now there is something there later, and I always forget to check that because I want to figure out exactly what it is that makes that change. But in any case, let's go on down to the same place where we got our shield from at the beginning of the game. But we'll be going farther this time. Now, down in this area gives me vibes of a game I'm sure a lot of you might not know about, but it gives me vibes of a game called Twilight Princess. I just imagine being in my wolf form and jumping up and grabbing this with my jaw and then pulling it down to make the gate rise so that I can move forward, or maybe it'll drain the water out of the area so that I can walk instead of swim, or swim instead of walk, get across the spikes. I don't know, it gives me a lot of Twilight Princess vibes, because if you know what Twilight Princess is, then you know that in the early stages of the game you go through a sewer as a wolf, and it looks very much like this area, but it's much larger than this area. It's much larger than this area. Alright, now you run down this tunnel, and for some weird reason, this slim little path through that little aqueduct or whatever is the only path to Hade. Hade's Tower of Flame. Now you look up there, you can see there is a tower that's got some really big fire in it because all the windows are lit. I don't know exactly the nature of all of that, but, yeah. There's also a bunch of these Hade Knights. And we're gonna kill them. Now, they don't aggro to you unless you attack them or aggro them in some way. I believe there's something you do if you rest at one of the bonfires or maybe kill the first boss of the area. They will start becoming aggressive, but I think I'm just gonna pick a fight with them anyways, because I'm a menace to society. Alright, unfortunately for us, if I can stop making that same mistake every time, this leather shield actually has very decent lightning defense, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 60 lightning defense, which is pretty decent compared to most early game shields. Alright. Yeah, because their weapons deal lightning damage. Oop! Damn! Took too long. Now you're dead. Hey, Knight leggings. Ooh, I might equip those right now. That doesn't even make me over encumbered quite yet. Alright, awesome. We got some new kicks. Sweet. And now we gotta deal with these guys. Ooh, alright. Yeah, those guys look a lot more intimidating than they really are. You can handle them. We're gonna go ahead and rest up here. And we gotta keep forging on because I need to get my spells. Let's give a crack at this. We got our new leggings. I have also traveled back to Medulla to upgrade our equipment, our fire longsword. Oh, crap! Can now kill them with 4 hits. Ah, cracked blue eye orb. Okay. Now, a cracked red eye orb. That's the item I was thinking about earlier. Oh, what have we got? Okay. Whoa! Oh! These guys used to only spawn once. And they used to drop a sublime bone dust. They don't anymore. They just dropped the regular stuff. Now this item, there's an item over here, but I couldn't get it because I already got it, and the camera had messed up, so... Yeah, my face cam is really glitchy. I need to get a better one. I do. I really do. And as you can see, the lever is already up behind this guy, and, well, it shouldn't be. It should be the first time. Oh, shit. You know what? I've played Ocarina of Time and I've faced enemies bigger than you. In fact, I've played this game and I fought enemies bigger than you. Old Knight Greatsword. Oh, we got his weapon. That's pretty interesting. Alright, now if you look over there, there's an arena of sorts and there is something in it. So, if you pull this lever, check this out. The arena gets bigger. Yeah. Pretty cool. Now you don't want to do that if you want to go for the quick kill, because there is a way you can like roll and dodge him and he dies immediately. But I don't like doing that. Now, in this place it's pretty interesting. You see, these guys are actually pretty honorable with the way they fight. The other 2 guys will not ambush you until the fight with this guy is complete. Now they will advance. Alright. There we go. Alrighty. And then there's another one of these guys. Go ahead and hit him a few times. Jeez Louise. It's like this guy hits you no matter what. And like that, you're dead. Boom. Boom. Ooh, come here, boy. Oh. Ah. 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 go. Ring of Binding. I forget what that does. Ooh, we're gonna go ahead and grab this guy. Give us a... Actually, no, we're not. No, we are not. Oh, I forgot to do something. Okay, there's one of the levers I didn't pull. One of the levers I didn't pull. After you beat the 3 guys in this area, another lever pops up. I didn't pull it yet. So let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, right over here. There we go. Okay. That's better. So now we'll have the full area to work with. I like that we got these Hate Knight leggings. That's going to be nice. That's going to serve us well. At least until we get the Allen Knight leggings, because those are the leggings I usually always settle with. Alright. Come on, you son of a bitch. Oh. Okay. Okay. Ha ha ha! Bam! And we got the Dragon Rider soul. Alright, and now we need to go ahead and do what we came here for.
Are you from these parts?
Gotta exhaust our dialogue.
My name is Lycia. I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple. I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power, but the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide. I'd heard awful rumors about this place, and I'm afraid they were all true. The king, gone. The earth, ravaged. The burden on the people weighs heavy. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles.
Miracles.
Why did I come here? Well... do I need any other reason than to spread the gospel of miracles?
Yes.
My preceptor always said this art should be shared with the world.
Well,
And such is my only wish.
I want to punch you in the face.
Sometimes I fight the urge to pack up and go back home. It is... well, I must do this. And being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of my fortitude. I expected this cathedral to be bustling, but there's hardly a soul to be found here. Without any goings-on, I'll have to move soon. To a place I could help the gullible by teaching the good word. I expected
Okay. And then you can buy some things from her. You can buy a chime if you didn't find the one. There's this ring of prayer that increases your faith. I don't need that. And then she sells a bunch of miracles. Heal, medium heal, and great heal excerpt, which is like great heal, but it comes with less uses because it's just an excerpt. It's not like the whole thing. Replenishment, resplendent life, caressing prayer, force, lightning spear, homeward, and guidance. Yeah, you can get a lot of miracles right now.
no
but
need for miracles. The gods frown upon...
I don't need her to be... I don't need her to provide me any miracles. I just need her to switch locations so that I can open up another path. But I think it is time for a new shield as well, so I hope that I can still summon this guy. Yes, I can. Alright, come on, bro. I've already cleared the path for the most part, so you just gotta come with me. Masterless Glencower. I think that's how his name is pronounced. Yeah, this guy's awesome. Alright, so I need his help because we're going to murder a dragon now. We are going to murder a dragon, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, and these guys both come at you at the same time, so... Oh, shit! Glencar! Yep. My boys got my back. I ain't even worried about it. Okay, now we're gonna want to run down here. Grab this item. Divine Blessing. It's easy to miss. Very easy to miss. At the bottom of that staircase that is destroyed. This whole area is flooded. It's crazy. I always wonder what the backstory to this is. And this guy. This guy. Alright. Gotta go! Run! Ah! Holy crap, alright. We're in. Glencore, please tell me you're still alive. Oh shit. Come on, Glencore! Show me what you're made of! Oh shit. No! I didn't... What the hell just happened? Oh god. Alright, take two. Oh shit. Ah, shit. Come on. Okay. Glencower. He's just tanking it. Oh! Petrified Dragon Bone and the Watch Dragon Parma. That's really what I did this for. Check that out. Oh yeah. Look at that. The stats are way better. Well, okay, aside from poison and bleed. But I mean, you know, who cares? Also, if you read the description of it, a shield decorated by intertwined dragons. The black and white contrast depicts the ebb and flow of the fate of all things living, and the serpentine dragons that watch over the march of time. The bearer of this shield will be blessed by great fortune in battle. So you get increased item discovery with this equipped. So that's really, really neat. So this, if you wear this shield and the helmet that I got from the starting as the explorer, then you get, like, they stack for item discovery. So currently I'm sitting pretty good if I need to find a certain item. And you know what? Since we're here, we might as well keep on going. You see, I haven't gotten the spell yet, but you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and fight the next boss. Because why not? Why not? Human effigy. Yes. Alright. Glencar. Let's do this. Oh, my new shield serves me well. Old Dragon Slayer. It's Ornstein. I really want to know exactly what is the backstory behind this. I love using his spear, even though his spear isn't really all that great. I like using it when I'm a faith build, but I'm not a faith build this time. Or I'm not a lightning build. Okay, okay. Think you're quick, huh? Oh no! No, 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 no! That's bad! That's really bad! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my god, he is getting aggressive. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Come on, man. Are you for real? Are you for real? Like, he wouldn't even aggro to the other guy. What was up with that? He would not even aggro to the other guy. He was literally only focused on me. It was like, if I just continuously attack this guy, he will die. And he did it. Interesting. The Dragon Rider Soul can get you a pretty cool weapon if you're a magic build, but I'm not a magic build, so...
Oh, hello. And shall... No need for mirror. The gods... Just speak up if that's all.
Yeah, so she spouts a bunch of BS. I'm really not too involved with her in this playthrough because I really only need her as like a means to an end. She's not really the person I need to fixate on in this playthrough. I'm just using her to get to a person, so I'm not really, you know, I don't really care. So as you can see, she does a thing. She's not really giving you a miracle. She just has the thing that moves the contraption. It's all technical. It's not really magical. So miracles are real, but she doesn't believe in them. She's a scammer.
Oh, done so.
Yeah, shut up. Get the Rouge water. Rouge, not rogue like us. Okay. Keep on going down this path. Along this pit that leads the gods only know where. Okay, let me see. Yep. And then right up here we will be able... Yes. Let's talk to this guy.
The dark stirs. I see it. The dark has sparked within you. My name is Falcon. I give you what you need.
So if you don't have a certain amount of intelligence and a certain amount of faith, he will not say that. He will say something like come back later or enlighten yourself or something along those lines. But we have sufficient stats, so he's talking to us. And I will show you. He sells Chaos Rapier, deals fire damage. That's pretty cool. Archdrake Staff, Archdrake Chime, and Chaos Shield. And then he also sells the Ring of Life Protection. He sells one of those. We'll get that soon. He sells Dark Pine Resin, which is a buff for your weapons that give them dark damage. And he sells the Dark Spells. We're going to get Dark Orb, and we're going to get Dark Weapon. These ones are casted with a chime, Resonant Weapon, Resonant Flesh, Great Resonant Soul, and Resonant Soul, which are basically like these two, but they're a little different. I would go into them, but I prefer them.
As you like. The dark is always within you.
Great to know. And then we come out here to Huntsman's Copse, and there's this little tent here, and another bonfire! We will use to travel back to Hayes Tower of Flame, so that we can exact our revenge on the old Dragon Slayer. Come on, Glencore. What part of this was tripping you up, man? Come on. We gotta go. We got things to do and people to kill. Let's do this. There we go. Go. Staggered him a bit. Get off my boy! Okay, that was kind of cool, but won't bear you any good since you're dead. Not nearly as cool as Ornstein was. Thank you, Grimtor, and we get the old Dragon Slayer soul and the Leo ring, or the whatever it is, the ring that makes us do more counter thrust damage. Come out here, and we get some stuff. Cracked blue eye orbs and a metal chest, which takes longer to open. And we get a Parma and the Tower Shield, I believe.
Transient, you have obtained proof you are worthy of joining our order.
Because I've done multiplayer.
You may call yourself one of us, and are free to plant your roots in this garden of the gods. Be proud. I, Targray, do proclaim from this day you are a Knight of the Blue. Rejoice and bask in your new honor.
Sure, might as well. I like this covenant. Get some pretty cool stuff if you're a faith build.
You are no longer a mere vagabond. You are now a guardian, a Knight of the Blue.
Lenigrat will be happy to hear
Knight,
that.
take this. Wear this ring and shine light upon stone. Then you will hear the voices of the Blue Apostles. Listen for their cries of help and repel the malicious invaders. This is the proud work of the Knights of the Blue, the way they elevate themselves to a higher plane. I'll provide what you need. You may visit me at any time. proud knight.
By the Morning Star, the halberd from him, neither of which you need because you find them both. Monastery charm, holy water urns, and bolt stones. Probably the most useful thing this guy sells. The real reason you'd want to join this covenant if you're a faith build is to buy bolt stones. You also get emit force and heavenly thunder. None of those
Do
we
your
need.
work, and I will lend you strength.
Nice, cool. And the Guardian Seal, if you wear that, then if there are people in the Way of Blue Covenant, the covenant that the Coward in Majula offers you to join, then if one of them is getting invaded and you are wearing that ring and they are wearing their ring, then you will be summoned into their world to help them fight off their invader. When this game was very popular, it was pretty useful if you didn't like getting invaded and you needed help. Alright, so now we can rest here. We got Dark Orb and Dark Weapon, so we are officially a Hexer! And we are finally going into our character's true nature. And I can't wait to get even more in depth in the next episode, because I'm calling this one here. And for any of you who stumbled across this video, I do hope that it was worth the watch. If it was, leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see any of you in the next video. Peace!